What's going on, it's the RapNerd. You gotta excuse the noise in the background. My daughter's watching Mickey Mouse. So if you hear that, that's what that is. But I just want to talk about Batgirl some more because I uploaded my short with minimal information. When it first came to me, it was revealed that they didn't think it could make money theatrically, right? And I was kind of like, I can kind of see that because honestly, right now, the only bankable properties within DC as far as theatrical are Batman, Aquaman, and Superman. Those are like the only ones you can kind of like really bank on. Shazam did okay, but it's not something you want to bet on. Harley Quinn doesn't seem to be as profitable as people thought due to Birds of Prey and the Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad franchise in general doesn't seem like anything can save that. I mean, you had James Gunn, acclaimed writer and director, and the movie didn't even make its budget back. And I know it was on HBO Max, but it still didn't boast enough subscribers to continue making and spending this kind of money. And Wonder Woman is kind of a dud too. After 84, I don't think anyone trusts the sequel. So I don't know what's going on with that. So at first I was like, I kind of get that aspect of it, right? But then more news came and it was saying they're axing it because of the connectivity to the Flash. And we all know the drama with Ezra and, with what he's been doing lately. And then I got kind of pissed because I was like, you can easily fix the connectivity between the two if you just do some reshoots. Because somebody, I guess, who worked on the movie came out and said that Keaton was only in 5 scenes of the film, and they described what those scenes were. And I'm like, you easily could just reshoot all of those scenes and just get a guy in a Batfleck's outfit, Batfleck's suit to kind of play those parts. Like Batgirl and him would need to interact because even in the comic books, she gets inspired by Batfleck, or Batman period, before they even meet. So she's already doing this. You could easily just did that, and based off of what the synopsis, and they got into some of the plot points of, how Firefly becomes who he is, you could easily fix that with reshoots. And I was kind of mad, like from a fan perspective, like that's a piss poor excuse. And it also made me kind of fearful about WB and DC because they haven't learned yet. They keep doing reactionary things with these films. They still haven't learned. Like being that reactionary to where you want to throw a film away that costs $90 million that's already in post is stupid. Like at worst you can release the movie on HBO Max and get some subscribers, or at worst, even if you don't want to spend the money to distribute it, you could at least put it on there and possibly gain some type of leverage and subscriptions over that. So I'm just like, doesn't really make sense to scrap a movie, not $90 million and it's already done. Like, just release the film, you know what I'm saying? But then another bit of information came out saying another reason why is WB's plans, Discovery's plans of what they're gonna do. So supposedly there's a presentation, I forgot what it was called, but I think it's a quarterly presentation, and supposedly one of the things that leaked from there is that they're getting rid of HBO Max completely, and they're gonna roll it into Discovery Plus. So they're not combining them, they're just putting HBO Max as a tab or something else on Discovery Plus, getting rid of HBO Max. So that's when I was like, okay, so now that makes things different, because I'm just like, I can't say if I agree or disagree, but I'm not a businessman. I'm not in this in corporation and looking at the way things trend. But it's like, okay, well, if you're getting rid of HBO Max and all of the originals, what good is having an original movie specifically for the app if they're getting rid of that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think from what I saw, they said it's just gonna be an HBO like tab or something that you can click on Discovery that has all the movies and things, but Discovery Plus is gonna be like the thing that you go to first. So I was like, oh, okay. So now it has me thinking about what I said earlier about our other films safe, and now I think that other film, I don't know. It just makes me think about it, because I'm like, Blue Beetle first said it was supposed to be HBO Max, but then they changed it to theatrical. Same thing with Black Canary, and hell, even Batgirl, they were saying there's going to be a theatrical release, but now I don't know. I don't know. I just know that WB really has to stop. Like, I don't know how much planning went into this, but it's not a good thing to make the fans upset, because DC fans have been on a roller coaster ride from the start of the DCEU with things that they've been doing, and this is not a good look, honestly. Like I said, it has me fearful, because now it makes me think like, oh, it's all about the money, and that's all. And that was one of the things that drove DCEU into the ground in the first place with Justice League. Instead of letting the man grieve and being, you know, in tune with your emotions, you'd rather just do some bullshit and get a check. So that's what this kind of has me scared of, and it's like you're not really listening to the fans. And I wasn't even really big into Batgirl. I wasn't looking forward to it like crazy, but I was gonna watch it. And it's just a strike for those who really were looking for it. I feel sorry for Leslie and all the the directors and the crew, because I mean, you spent months shooting the film, putting your heart, soul, and everything into the movie. And I'm sure Leslie gotta be sick. I mean, I think she took down the Batgirl suit reveal on her Instagram, and I just know she's crushed, because this was like a really good look. You know, we live in a day and age when comic book movies literally spark a whole new popularity for a lot of these actors, and this was her chance to like really blow up. So I feel sorry for her. Like, I really hope she gets another shot. But well, we shall see. But it's more to it than what I thought. I just wanted to make a follow-up video because I kept thinking about it, and I watched my old video and I felt like I was celebratory of them, like canceling the film. But that's not the case at all. You know, I still stand by that. I still think that they need to get their flagship characters with movies and solidify it in the DCEU before bringing all these characters in. Still, you know what I mean? Like, you can't have a Batgirl and Supergirl and we don't know where the hell Batman or Superman are. It's not gonna work like that. So anyway, those are my thoughts. I hope WB has some type of plan. You know, one thing that this does say is Walter Hamada is definitely out, because he was over all of this. So for them to just say we're axing this movie, Walter is gone. So that part, I'm like, hey. But in the meantime, they need to bring somebody in to make sense of things and give some direction and plan to what we're doing. So right now we're just on a roller coaster ride in the worst way possible. So anyway, let me know what your comments are. Like, subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content, and let me know what you think of this whole situation. Till next time. Peace. RapNerd Productions, no capping, that's word to mommy.